So hi, my name is Martin. I'm Swedish. I've been a JPO in Georgia between 2005 to 2008, and later I was a SARC in Mozambique between 2009 and 13. And currently I'm working here at UNDP in Copenhagen as Common Services Manager. And why I applied for JPO and SARC was that, yes, I've always been interested in development and trying to make a difference. And the SARC program provided a very interesting aspects into development, and both learning about the UN system and UN's role, but also getting into and understanding the dynamics around development. In Georgia, I worked as a program manager for a conflict program. So I was actually involved both in the breakaway regions in Abkhazia and South Ossetia, dealing with infrastructure projects, gas, water, schools. So very concrete. But it was doing that was a way to get the two parties, the conflicting parties, to discuss and engage and have a dialogue. So that was kind of the intent. This is to bring better understanding of each other and then preventing conflict from escalating. Now the conflict in South Ossetia did erupt just after I left, and didn't have anything to do with me leaving, but it happened that way. So. So I studied development economics and political science. My route into this was, I was involved in a youth exchange program. I participated in it, and that was with some Zimbabwean students as well as Sri Lankan students. And then for 3 months I was in Zimbabwe and 3 months in Sweden, and that I think was the way that kind of took my interest in and change of career towards development. Well, I mean, I think the challenge is you probably come in with quite a lot of expectations that you can influence and you want to make a change, and then you're understanding there's a naivety also, and some maybe you have over self-confident in certain things also, so you have to learn from the experience also that what you can do, and it's not only there are not quick fixes to development, and you need to involve and participate and get the participation around you to make the change happen. But I think the frustrations are that sometimes it comes in the same thing, that you can't make change happen as quick as you want. I think the great moments has been, I have had a lot of great colleagues, engagement and lifelong friends, and also at the same time I have, we have created changes, and we have impacted and influenced ways of doing business within UN, and also I think in the policies and normative work that we did in Mozambique. Mozambique was one of the 8 countries in the pilot of the Delivering as One. And we had quite a lot of we were in the limelight for many of these changes, of course, and setting up good practices, and much happening both on the program and operational side to begin with. I think then there's more to be done there, and I know that certain things reversed because maybe the ambition was not really fit for the context. So certain things did come back. Also, I think within the UN system, maybe the the clarity of where we were heading and should be heading was not really there, but now it's much more clear, and the reform will continue, but maybe it's a different shape and with different clothes. So, leadership is key here, both leadership from the national government but also very importantly within the UN. I mean, now the SARC program definitely will be even more interesting, and is the resident coordinators function will be separated for UNDP and need that extra capacity to empower the resident coordinator. So the role will be very interesting, I think, and being part in developing this, both organizational and operational, how to make this happen. So it's a key function, a very good contribution to the coordination of the UN system. Then how to improve it is probably looking into more of the specifics, which is already allowing for. I mean, there are SARCs that are monetary focused, SARCs that are more policy oriented, and from my experience, I think the policy orientation was very interesting and something that I worked on, and I think also that we could was very useful in Mozambican context to galvanize across the UN agencies on the normative policy level. So to be that engine, and the resident coordinator can be the one that is working very strongly on that part. No, really make the best out of the program. Be kind of humble and open and take initiative, and don't be afraid to come up and propose ideas and stick to your values. And the bureaucracy can sometimes bring you down a bit, but I think it's just to give it, don't let it. And things are sometimes wrong, and colleagues are behaving strangely. And sometimes you think it's about you, and you're doing something wrong. But yeah, you just have to be confident in what you believe and think, and keep going. Well, because I kept going. I think there's been really ups and downs. I have had crappy leaders. I have had very good leaders. I have had very good colleagues. But I had really crappy colleagues, like any workplace. But I believe in what the UN is set to be doing, and I think the SDG framework in itself gives a lot of energy. And a framework that is very useful and it's motivating around, because it's in this context around in Denmark, and I would say that is giving a lot of energy, as the private sector and the public is actually mobilizing and really endorsing this new agenda. So it feels like we are in a larger community also. Then I think there are so many possibilities for us to develop and become much better. Innovations that are around, and new technologies that can be harnessed and used. The way we are thinking is in this building, particularly in this workplace, is very optimistic and very positive. I think we are. There's a lot of things you can make a difference.